Good evening, welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. I'm going to enjoy this one. This is great, it really is great. When I set up this back in April, it used to be fun. And then people take it way too seriously. Look, when I set this channel up, it was fun. And it's meant to be fun, it's meant to be enjoyable. And if I can put a little few pennies in somebody's pocket, then great. Hallelujah. But I've always said, listen, my system doesn't pick massive amount of winners. It picks places, it picks winners occasionally, but they're normally very good prices. But somebody, or a couple of people in the wisdom, are rather thick. I ain't going to name them and shame them because I don't want to embarrass them, because they should be embarrassed themselves anyway. Apparently, now this is a warning to all you tipsters out there, if you say tips, then you're telling that person that that horse is going to win. So, I can't call myself a tipster because not all my horses win. Have you ever heard anything so stupid in your life? What was it? Well, I've had a couple of comments recently. I'm a pile of excrement. I couldn't tip a fucking waiter because my tips aren't winning. So I'm not going to call it tips anymore. I'm going to call it back form suggestions, because that's what they are. It's my back form system that's suggesting I pick these horses. So that's what I'm going to call it from now on. So I'm not a tipster. Could I ever really claim I was a tipster? No, I'm a passionate punter just like everybody out there who loves horse racing. I love the fun, I love the enjoyment, I love the frustration, the emotional roller coaster that it is. And I love doing it. But there's some moronic people out there so stupid if they think because you said it's a tip that must win because you said it's a tip. So I ain't called it a tip anymore, then I can't be accused of saying I'm a tipster. So I'm now a selectioner or a suggester. How about that then? Anyway, let's move on tomorrow, because I've had a good chuckle at these idiots today. Sorry, in the Irish phrase, idiots. Right, let's start with tomorrow then, Thursday the 27th of November. Let's get back to the fun and enjoyment that this was meant to be. Because I loved it then, and you silly people are just, some of you are so annoying, but you do make me chuckle how thick you are. Anyway, Lingfield tomorrow, 1:15. Millie's Might is your first one. It is a distance winner. It's got no issues with the ground, and it is £28 below its best official rating. And I like the look of this one. It's down the card. It's not many in the race, but it's down near the bottom of the card, and it looks an interesting selection or suggestion. Right, Newcastle 5:15. Right, we have Fantastic Fox. Now, it's only £13 below its best official rating, but it's in the bottom half of the weights. The horses below it have not been anywhere near it with their best ever performance. It was once rated 100, and the nearest to it below it is 83. So you can see there's a big gap there. Now, it is a course and distance winner, and it's got no problems with the ground. It's won on the all-weather. So there's your second one. There's your second suggestion. Fantastic Fox in the 5:15 at Newcastle. See, isn't it fun again? We're having a laugh again, thank God for that. Right, 5:45. Now, those who are old enough will remember someone called Madonna. Bit of a slapper. No, I take that back. Newcastle 5:45, very talented singer in a day, not so good now. Papa Don't Preach. It's number 3 on the race card in the Newcastle 5:45. It is £44 below its best ever official rating. It was once off 104. It's now off 60. It is a course and distance winner and has no problems with the ground. And there's another great suggestion for you for tomorrow. The nearest to it is 85, so it's way, way ahead of its nearest rival. Now, Papa Don't Preach has failed miserably this season. It's had some good places, just hasn't got its neck over the line. Well, tomorrow, I just possibly see it. I would prefer it a bit further down the weight, but if you look what's below it, that was once 104. The ones below are like 60 odd and 70 odd. So there's a big gap there. And if it's up to scratch and it runs to its best, it should romp this race. But we know horse racing is so funny, it's so emotional, it's just the most unpredictable sport you can possibly imagine. Trying to select things. Newcastle 645. Number 10 on the race card. Ratey, that's R-A-A-T-E-A, Ratey. It is £16 below its best ever official rating. It is a course and distance winner, has no issues with the ground. It's won on the ground on the all-weather. It's way down the bottom of the weights, which really pleases me. It's not the highest grade, it's the second highest graded, but it's well below the highest grade. So when you take the poundage difference, it's definitely the one to be on, and that's Ratey in the 645 at Newcastle. Right, here's one we've backed so many times in the 715. Looking at what's below it, I mean, it's only number 3 on the race card, but looking at what's below it, it's once off a 94 Condriatier Wave, and the horses below it are off 60s and 50s in the weights. That's the official rate. So there's a big gulf there. Now, Condriatier Wave has failed to deceive this season. It really has frustrated us, hasn't it? A hell of a lot. We've backed it so many times, and we just think it's going to do it. Well, tomorrow, can it actually do it? It is way, what was it? I can't see. £40 below its best official rating. It's won on the ground 3 times. It is a distance winner. As I said, the horses below it so far behind it in quality. It's got to do something tomorrow. If it doesn't win, it's got to make the frame. My God, and that's in a 715 at Newcastle. Right, now here's a good one. I really do like the look of this one. The Chelmsford 7 o'clock. This is a good suggestion. It's won multiple times on the ground. It's number 11 on the race card. Lion Ring. It's £28 below its best official rating. It is a course and distance winner. As I said, it's won multiple times on the ground. It was once rated 75. It's now off some ridiculous 47 or something like that. Now, it's not the highest rated, but it's way down in the weights. And when you look at the competition around it, 50s and 60s, it's got to have a really good chance. It's about 9 to 1, I think. I haven't given the price of the other ones because they do fluctuate that much between now and tomorrow morning. I just see it's pointless. Have a look yourselves. I mean, I don't like backing on night time because Best Odds Guaranteed isn't available late in the morning. Sometimes you can miss out, but most of the time you don't. And that's why I always push Best Odds Guaranteed very much. So that was Lion Ring in the 7 o'clock at Chelmsford. We've got one more left, that's it. One more left in the Taunton 250. Yes, we've actually got something over the jumps. There was nothing, there was one at Lingfield I'll give you earlier on, right at the beginning. This is the last one at Taunton in the 250. It's number 7 on the race card. And my word, this is, when you look at the horses below, this was once off 132. It's £41 below that now. It's been a success on the ground. The nearest to it, below it in the weight, is 94. That's nearly £40. That's how far ahead of these other horses this is. It is the highest rated in the race. The next to it is the top weighted, which is only £5 behind it, but there's quite a big poundage difference between the top weight and this one that's number 7. And then below it, of course, there's absolutely nothing that should be anywhere near it. So Big's belief in the Taunton 250, let's say 7 on the race card, £41 below its best official rating, no issues with the ground. And that, my friends, are your suggestions and selections, not tips. Because if I give you tips, it means they're going to win, or apparently that's what it's supposed to mean. Anyway, that is it for tonight. It's been a bit of a long video, but we've had a chuckle. I'm sure you have too. And I shall see you tomorrow with the results. Don't forget, I'll be putting the quick suggestions on in the morning for the people who like them in about 1.5 minutes. But of course, it doesn't go into the detail that I've gone tonight. But have a great evening. Enjoy the second half of the footy. It's been quite an interesting first half between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. And I shall see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching The Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. Good night. God bless.